Hi, I'm John Cunningham, and welcome to Synergy. Today I'm going to continue talking about Ikigai. In the last video I talked about what is Ikigai and gave you some insight into how that can help you to have a better perspective on your life and really live a more fuller version of the life that you're living now. And today I want to talk to you about my 5 rules of Ikigai. So there are lots of different things that you can do to possess and maintain a feeling of balance in your life and to live with this idea of life purpose. The five rules that I live by are: number 1 is smile. Always smiling, right? Like there's like so much going on in the world that we can get caught up in and feel defeated by. But if you are watching this video, you have internet. You probably have a place to live, right? You have food to eat. Like there are so many people that don't even have those basic things, that you should be happy, right? That you're able to learn in channels like YouTube, or by looking at the internet, or by reading a book, right? Or listening to a podcast, right? You have so many opportunities to improve your life. So be happy about that. The sun is shining. I'm so happy today. A couple of days ago here in Tokyo it was snowing and I had to go outside. And was that miserable? Kinda, but it was cool too because it doesn't snow here very often. So find a reason to smile every day, right? When people say, "How are you today?" I say, "I'm living the dream," because it's great. Like I have so much more than a lot of people do, and so yeah. So make sure that you smile. Okay, my second one is to live in the moment, right? Today is today, right? What happened yesterday is behind us. And what happens tomorrow is really predicated on what we do today. So take your time to really focus on what you're doing now, on enjoying your life today. Right? If you're eating, like, don't be looking at your phone while you eat, right? Don't be rushing through a meal. Like, enjoy the food. Enjoy the taste. Enjoy the mixture of the ingredients and the different types of dishes. Right? And the company, right? And you're sitting down at a table with someone and your head's in your phone the whole time. Like, why don't you just go sit by yourself in the corner and eat? That's what my parents would say when I was a kid, right? Yeah, you don't want to eat? Yeah, go sit in the corner, right? But yeah, don't do that, right? Like, be involved in the world around you. Enjoy the company of the people that you're with, right? And really live in the moment. What can you do right now that's going to make 10 minutes from now, or 2 hours from now, or 2 days from now, or 2 years from now better, right? So yeah, so do those things now that you can enjoy and take steps that are going to improve the quality of your life for hours, days, weeks, months, and years to come. Okay. The next part of Ikigai that I live by is to live with gratitude, right? Be grateful for what I have every day, all right? The sun is shining. I live near nature. Even though I'm in Tokyo, a city with like tens of millions of people, and a lot of people, like their houses are concrete, the roads are black, and that's what you see all day long. Rows and rows and rows and rows and rows of buildings. For me, like right behind me, I have a canal. Corey goes swimming by every day. There's a hill, right, that I can go up to, and if I think about it for a little bit, like I really can experience nature. Just a few minutes walk from my house. I'm so grateful for that. If you're watching this video, I'm so grateful that you give me a few minutes of your time, right, to listen to my message and to think about how that might impact you. Like whatever it is, right, that's in your life, yeah, to really be grateful for those gifts, because Like I said before about smiling, is that not everyone has those things, and and tomorrow isn't promised. Like we don't know what's going to happen tomorrow or the day after, and your life could be taken like that, right? Or it can be long, but don't I always think that we never know when the last time to do something is going to be. Right. When I used to live in California, like I saw friends, I'm like, I look forward to seeing you soon, but like I haven't seen them in 10 or 20 years. Right. We went on vacation with my parents and my kids, right, to Disneyland, and we're like, this is so fun. And really, that was the last time, right, that we took a vacation together. Will we do that in the future? I doubt it. My kids are like in their 20s, and my parents are getting older, and my poor dad can barely walk at times. So that kind of experience is probably not going to happen again, right? So take some time to be grateful. Okay, so we talked about smiling, and we talked about living in the moment. Right, we talked about being grateful. Right. Another important rule for me in applying Ikigai to my daily life is to touch nature. Right. Like slowing down and listening to the sound of the birds, listening to the rushing water. Right. Being able to like I said, it snowed a couple days ago. Like enjoy the snowfall. Right. How it sits on the trees. Like taking a walk, and if you're not near nature, take a walk in the park. Right, there are parks nearby. Hang out amongst the trees. Right, trees are really an amazing thing. Right, like I was in church. I remember like one of my when I was in church a few months ago, and the pastor, his sermon was about how trees seem like individual things, but actually like there's a whole root system, right, that connects them all together. And when you get out in nature, right, you can feel that connection. And if you think about like a tree and how long it's been there, and what has gone by, what it's seen, right, in its lifetime, it's amazing, right? And like getting out in nature makes us really feel that we are not everything. We're a part of everything. Just like those trees in that root system, right? We have a connection to the world around us. And getting out in nature is a good way to feel that connectedness and to relieve that feeling of isolation that we might have, or the feeling that that we are, like we're running the rat race, right? We're on the treadmill, right? No, we're part of something bigger, and getting out in nature is a good way to do that. Right, and the last tip about how to apply Ikigai to your daily life, and this is my favorite one, because sometimes like I'm so focused and it seems like I got it, and sometimes I'm, John, what are you doing, right? And that's to embrace imperfection, right? Like no one or nothing in this world is perfect, right? There are flaws in everything, right? When we're going out and we're creating some content, or we want to start something new, right? We always have this feeling that it has to be perfect. Everything needs to be lined up just so. But that's not true at all, right? The only way that we're going to make progress in life is by falling and failing and learning and then doing it again and again and again and again, right? Until we have a better understanding, right, of where we're at and what we can do, right? Then we get to from beginning level to intermediate level. Then intermediate level, like we have a whole host of other things we need to learn. Right, and that takes us to like upper intermediate and advanced. And it takes a long time to get to be an expert. Right? And the only way that we're going to get there is taking a step at a time. Embracing our mistakes. Learning from our failures. Like talking to other people and learning from their progress. Right? So yeah, really like embracing the activities, right? Embracing what you're doing. I mean, this is just my second YouTube video, and I imagine that it's probably not very good. You watch people who have hundreds of videos, yeah, they smoke me. But it's my second one, and I'm embracing it, right? There's lots of things that can be better, but that's okay. Yeah, I know that over time, I will get better, and I know that, like, what I'm telling you today comes from my heart, and it's something that that hopefully you can take a little bit out of. If there's one thing that you get out of this video that you can walk through your life and say, I learned this today, or I am better, right, by this one thing I took out, and I don't know what it is. It's different for everyone. But if you can do that, then this has value. And that's why I'm here. Because I have a lot of experience. I've lived in 2 countries. I've done a lot of different jobs. I've volunteered in lots of different areas, and I've done a lot of, and had a lot of slips in my life, right? But in my 50s now, like, I really feel that, like, it's time for me to share those with you. And if you can learn from my slips and from my successes and from my struggles, right, and if you can get some inspiration, then boom, that's a win. So I hope that that learning about my 5 rules of Ikigai were helpful to you today. Let me review those. So the first one is smile, right? The second one was to embrace the moment, like live for right now. The third one was to live with gratitude. The fourth one was to embrace nature. And the fifth one was to embrace imperfection, right? In Japanese, they call that wabi-sabi, right? And yeah, embracing perfection. So yeah, so thank you very much for joining me today. And I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Remember, if you could like this video, if you found it engaging, click on subscribe. I'll be putting out more videos on a regular basis. And also, if there's something that you'd like to hear about, or you have any questions for me, yeah, feel free to leave a comment down below. And again, thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate you. And I hope that you have a fantastic day.